Coming up next is Media News number 176. It's an all-comic edition of Media News. And we're going to talk about, Red 2. We're going to talk about Sin City 2. We're going to talk about Iron Man 3, the Hulk TV series, Jessica Jones, what the hell else? Punisher, Punisher TV series, and a whole lot more. And we're going to give you the lowdown on who made what in the Avengers. All that and more coming right up.
It's good old JR and Comic Book Man with Media News. Go ahead, learn something. I dare you.
Very good. The weirder things get, the more relevant comic books become. Media News, episode 176, Flying Carpet Cleaner.
Folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video on house. It's time for
Media News.
Media News. Media News. And Media News is coming in from this place. Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality are all my new comics. 15% off every day for everyone, including you. First story up is going to be this person waiting to come in the front door.
Hey, kids.
Stop!
While we're waiting for Comic Book Man, I have a great recipe for some ranch Doritos. If you like ranch flavored dressing, Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hey, Nick, and you know what? The Cubs suck.
They do.
Why don't we
the Ricketts family sucks.
We probably ought to just wait a while because they're all going to start coming in between now and 8.
He's got to go though.
At 8 o'clock, I got a half an hour.
Let's see if we get busted on this one.
I got time. Yeah, we'll try. We'll go one more time. Okay. One more. Here we go. Here we go. It's fresh as the day you were born.
You see, now I can't do this.
I'm going to use all
Hey, folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video on house. It's time
for me getting hit again. Damn it.
Media News. It's time for Media News. JR's here. And Media News is coming to you from this place, Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all my comics are always 15% off every day for everyone.
Is that where I am?
JR?
Yeah, I set the car to autopilot.
JR?
What?
I woke up here.
The Avengers movie came out.
When?
Did anybody make any money off that?
Hey, you want to hear some? Juice?
The $1 billion wonder. Did anybody make any money off that?
$1 billion and counting, Comic Book Man.
Yes.
Yes, we have the Avengers payday for everybody on the roster. Let's run down the roster.
Let's just
Who made what?
Sleeping on big piles of money.
We'll start at the bottom of the tier.
Start at the bottom.
We've got Chris Evans, Captain America.
Oh, he's eating beans out of the can.
We've got Chris Hemsworth as
Thor. Yes.
We have Mark Ruffalo as the Incredible Hulk.
And these people are all eating out of dumpsters, right?
And Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye.
Yes.
They all made on this film between $2 and $3 million.
How is a man supposed to survive on that kind of money?
Well, you know, you may look at that number and go, man,
tree.
now that's working right there.
Yeah.
But there's other folks that made a little bit more money on the
Well,
project.
that's the lower tier.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you
now let's go up one tier.
If you want to count Captain America, Thor, and the Hulk as lower tier Comic Book Man.
In terms of money that was made by the actors, yes.
Okay. All right.
Now let's go up a tier.
We go up to tier 2.
Yes, tier 2.
We have a site. There's 3 tiers in this, by the way.
Yes.
We are on tier 2 now, so keep up with us.
The money pyramid.
If we had a flow
chart,
chart,
it really is a pyramid when we get to the top.
Yes, we're in a second. If we had a flow chart, it would be great, but we don't. We're woefully unprepared. Now, tier 2, by the way.
Yes.
Sam Jackson as Nick Fury.
Yes. 13 movie deal.
13 movie, exactly. Scarlett Johansson.
Yes.
As the Black Widow.
Yes.
They are making.
She's got tits.
They are
She does.
Well, so do some of us here in this room.
She keeps them in her
Speak for yourself.
It's had a little operation a couple weeks ago. But they are on tier 2, and they are making roughly twice as much as tier 1, which means they made between $3 and $6 million.
That means they can afford hamburger.
Yes, they can. They can afford not only hamburger, but a little bit of hamburger helper.
Yes.
In there too.
Well, it stretches it.
Then you take tier 3 is not just a meager step.
That's the tip of the pyramid.
That's the tip of the pyramid, and that's not just going from like here.
So we're going from 1 to 2 million to 3 to 5 million, and now we're going from 6 million to.
Yeah, we're taking a big leap because, as you would guess, and I know a lot of you out there are going, Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. Correct, Robert Downey Jr. When all is said and done, between his salary, his piece of the gross, and the back end deal, Bobby stands to make $50 million from the Avengers, from this one film.
Yes.
It's a lot of money, and I wonder how.
That's an insane amount of money.
And you have to wonder how the co-stars feel.
And which is the reason why Robert Downey Jr. has said, "I'll do this character forever."
Well, until he gets.
I am so happy doing this character.
Until two things happen. Until he gets too old to play the part,
One.
and prices himself out of.
expensive.
Two.
Too expensive to play the part, which will probably be in another couple of movies down the line.
Well, he's only got one more film that he's contracted for, and that's
Yep.
Iron Man 3.
Iron
After
Man.
Iron Man 3, all bets are off.
Yep, and that means that Robert Downey Jr. will probably make a gazillion.
Run
Probably
through,
$1
run,
gazillion
run,
dollars.
run.
Come on,
Hey, look, a
run,
special
run,
guest.
run.
Special
And
guest
and he's
star,
brought
yeah.
us food.
And he brought us food.
It is a store.
Okay, yes, it is a store, and we're still open, and you're going to be seeing a lot of that right now because I don't give a damn.
That was actually, by the way, that was Robert Downey Jr.
That was Robert Downey Jr. Now, in that Hulk movie, one of the people we talked about was the Hulk.
We did talk about the Hulk.
And we've mentioned before that ABC, Disney,
Yes.
has a Hulk TV series in production. What's up with
well,
that?
it's in
In
development.
development.
It's in development. It will not be ready for this fall.
No.
This week, the networks had their big get together to kind of tell everyone in the nation what was going on with their
Thank you.
upcoming product. The Hulk is not going to be on the schedule this year. It is in development for the following season, according to ABC. It's a series that takes a little more development time because it's a little pricier than most. So it's
Yeah.
still coming from producer Guillermo del Toro.
Okay.
By the way.
Now, two other Marvel productions which we've talked about before. Let's update you on them. One of them was
The Punisher. That is unfortunately.
which was
Punisher-
supposed to be like CSI or Law and Order. It was procedural.
Yeah, exactly. For all intents and purposes, Punisher fans, sorry to tell you, it is dead in the water.
Once again, the Punisher just is too hard a nut for anyone to crack in Hollywood because the character, I just can't figure him out.
They've had how many movies to try and do that? 3 or 4 at this point.
Here's a hint. He kills
He
bad
kill-
guys.
yeah, he kills bad guys. That's really hard to figure.
And the third one is
Jessica
Jones, otherwise known as Alias, from the Brian Bendis series at
Exactly.
Marvel.
A really good series, by the way.
Yes.
Is as not, even though it is not as dead as Punisher, the word according to ABC is it is as good as dead. It is so far on the back burner. It's pretty cool. It's pretty chilly right now. So don't look for that
Behind the
anytime soon.
Anytime soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else have we got? Comics?
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yes.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. What
Yes,
is she
This is
up
Michael
to?
Douglas.
This is also a comic story. Red. You
Red.
remember the film
Yes,
that came
Red,
out
Red,
last
Red,
year?
yes.
Red was a bit of
Had,
a success.
had Baldy in it.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Morgan
He will
Freeman.
be returning with John Malkovich, Mary Louise Parker, and Helen Mirren will be back for Red Dose, Red 2, joined by Catherine Zeta-Jones. They start shooting this year. It'll be out next August.
Yeah, the Bruce Willis character didn't make it out of that one, did he?
No, he didn't. So it's going to be interesting to see how he comes back in the sequel. But maybe it's a prequel.
Maybe it's a prequel.
They'll put a couple tufts of hair on his head.
Okay. Sin City.
Sin City. Sin City.
What's up with Sin City? We've talked about that before,
Yes,
too.
finally, after all these years, the sequel has been announced. Well, it was announced, but we didn't have any other information. Now we have some information. It has a release date, October of next year.
October.
October of next year. Mickey,
Frank Miller's working hard on it right now.
Frank Miller and
And
Robert
Colonel
Rodriguez are
Montalban.
working on it. Mickey Rourke is back. Rosario Dawson is back. Jessica Alba is back. The film is going to be also shot in the magic wonder of 3D. So now we not only get black and white images
With
with
one other
3D
color.
black and white
splashes
images.
of color,
Yeah,
those
with one other
splashes of
color,
color
red
will
or yellow
probably,
or-
yeah, exactly.
3D
They're gonna
black and white
shooting out
images.
at you from across the room.
Great.
What about that sequel to Spirit?
It ain't ever going to happen.
Not happening.
Our last story up, we're going to go back to the beginning in Iron Man 3. We talked about Iron Man 3 before with What's-His-Face's Payday.
Correct.
What is up
Robert
with
Downey
Iron Man
Jr.
3?
Well,
We actually have some news about
We've
that.
got some casting news. Shane Black's Iron Man 3 starts shooting very soon. Rebecca Hall has joined the cast. She is
Yeah.
playing a scientist who creates this nanotechnology known as Extremis.
Yes, that's right out of the comics,
Yep,
folks.
which winds up being sold to terrorists, and that's sort of the catalyst for your story. Also joining the cast, James Badge Dale, who was in Shame and The Gray with the hardest working man in show business, Liam Neeson,
He's also 24.
and he's also in 24. He is playing Eric
also in
Saven.
Battleship.
He's playing Eric Saven,
Yeah.
who's a character that is not an extremist, by the way. He's the cyborg Cold Blood.
Great.
Yeah. So how that fits into the extremist storyline, your guess is as good as
For those of you wondering, the Extremist storyline in the comic, for those of you who didn't read it, will allow Tony Stark to not have to wear armor but still become Iron Man because it will be inside him.
no more
part of
mask.
his
He is
body.
the Robert Downey.
Yeah, well, no, you'll still have a mask, I'm sure. Okay, he does in the comic, he'll still have it in the mask. And that's it.
That's it,
We're
we're
done.
done.
We're finished out here. We got no more media news. But go to the store's website, check out all the media news that Bo sends me and all this man's reviews. And where's the store's
You
website?
gotta
at?
know that.
Yeah, I don't know, but Sarah knows.
This is just to keep me busy, isn't it?
Yes.
www.milesinitrealju.com.
Cool.
So go to the store's website, check out all of Bo's media news and all of this man's reviews. And until next time, this is me, and this
Is him.
That's wrong.
and
That's wrong. Do that again.
bye.
Alternate Reality now opens at 10:30 instead of 11 on Sundays. Doesn't half an hour sleep over this. Means you guys better show up.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.